This is IQMZ Tech, Episode 8, recorded Sunday, the 7th of October, 2018. Hello and welcome to IQMZ Tech, the show where we talk about some of the biggest tech news stories with people who are passionate about all things electronic.
I'm your boy, JJ Stone, a.k.a. O'Doctor, and I am now 40% enthusiastic about my electronics this week. I was somewhat. Now I'm down to 40%. How you doing?
Where does somewhat on the scale? Is that like a 50, 55?
It's a 40-ish. It's like less than half because the electronics are going against me today.
Oh, man. I am Anthony Lemos, a.k.a. Fameless Aimless, and I am very passionate about my tech this week. Not so much about your tech.
No, we just had a glitch, so this is like the reboot. We were 30 seconds in. We're talking about color grading. I called you a nerd, and then my screens calibrated themselves and then shut me down. So I apologize to my electronics, and I love you dearly.
I might include some of that into the audio version after the show. We prepare a final farewell to GeoCities, which would be permanently shut down in March of 2019. If you're wondering how this could be, this shutdown refers to GeoCities Japan. The U.S. version of GeoCities was shut down in 2009.
Man, like I said, shout out to my boy Chris Jobert. We were back pimps at GeoCities back in the day. We had all the pictures going around. I had a digital camera back then. We were the coolest losers available. We're making our little gifts and had our little MIDI beats playing. It was amazing.
Don't forget that.
Amazing.
Don't forget that ever-present under construction GIF right there at the top with the big flashy yellow and black signs and little lights and everything else. Come on.
Man, MySpace couldn't touch you, bro. You had your own site, man. This is gangster. Like, it's crazy that I still, like, they have Wayback Machines where you can get back to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have, like, screenshots and stuff of those old sites when I was making them that I kept. So it's horrible. Like, the backgrounds you were using. I said, I still have MIDI tracks. And every time I open them, I'm like, why did I have like this song in this format? Because that was the only thing you could get back then.
Yeah, this is the only thing that had the low enough bandwidth to stream over a 36.6 baud modem.
Oh, God, those were the days.
I never jumped on the GeoCities. I jumped on Angel Fire during the GeoCities stages. I was still trying to find my MP3s, so I didn't really have a website until I went overseas, and that's when I opened up my Angel Fire, and we had our lemosfamily.com or whatever it was. And,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see. I'm gonna go try and scour the internet, look for some of these Japan sites to see what they're working with. I wonder if they still got under construction on somewhere on their sites over there.
Yeah, and the colors that clash. You got the gray text on the gray wavy backgrounds, and oh man, this is
I want to dive deep into their world.
This was an important part of internet history, but honestly, I'm glad we've moved on.
Yeah, there we go, America.
Yeah, hey,
throwing out nostalgia.
Apple's set to release its latest update to iOS in the coming weeks. iOS 12.1 will usher in more than 70 new emojis and emoji variants, from llamas to raccoons and mosquitoes to red, curly, and bald variants of your favorite faces. Apple users will be able to broaden their expressiveness.
The only thing that I care about this, the only reason I put this in here is because I can finally use a softball when I coach my daughter's team instead of using a baseball. And so they have appeased me.
It's an important distinction. Now, is the softball a variant of the baseball? So you hold it and it'll give you a little variance, or what?
So I have no idea how they're going to do it. But again, it appeases me that there's finally a softball. Like, there's little things like that are just gender biased that just drive me crazy. And I hate about the internet, and I hate about how things work. Like, softball's been around long enough for emojis. So when you made the emoji, there should have been a softball emoji. There's a baseball emoji, and now we finally have it. I haven't really ridden a llama in a while, and I killed 3 of my swans, and I haven't been on a skateboard since like '92.
But so kangaroos, though, man, come on, how useful is going to be kangaroos?
Yeah. I mean, I'm more interested in the fact that they got this boot on here, and it's not a Tim. Like, it should be a Timberland, because those are the most prominent boot. These look like some LL Bean work boots. So, they got cupcakes now too. I mean, yeah. The salt from a high blood pressure. Love that. Love that on there.
They also put the Alaskan state bird on there, the mosquito, and it actually looks like it does here in Alaska. They're huge. This is like the biggest emoji ever.
Really?
Yeah, they're ridiculously. They're massive up here. Like they're like small. They're sparrows. All right.
How is that possible? It's so cold. Well, it's not cold up there. That's like the myth about how cold it is there. It's not.
Well, it's pretty warm in the summertime, and they fly in droves. So they'll have like a couple million mosquitoes in a group of them, and they'll fly around, and they'll actually there's enough mosquitoes to like kill a large animal. Usually they stay out there in the wild though. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, our first year up here was ugly. Last year wasn't so bad, and this year was actually pretty mild.
Man,
yeah,
I'm not coming in the summertime. Bump that. They out here killing whole animals out this piece. I might look like a water buffalo out there. I'm not trying to have any parts of that. So thanks for the softball emoji. Let's move on.
All right, now Apple has been known for its leaks, and now apparently Google wants to get in on the action. Google's latest leak involves a smart TV kit bundle that was pictured on Reddit, in which a Google Home Mini and an as yet unannounced third-gen Chromecast are shown packaged together. Best Buy recently sold one of these third-gen Chromecasts to a customer by accident. The products are expected to be officially announced at Google's October 9th Pixel event.
So, first of all, who's shipping stuff that early that they've got to sit in there? Like, first of all. Second of all, this is what Google does that makes me so angry. Amazon came out last week. We were talking about it. They reinvented the whole wheel. They're going after the whole gambit. This is when Google fails at things. Okay? I don't care about this little punk ass update. I need something more substantial. I need stuff. And y'all got money. Y'all got engineers. Y'all need to make stuff ASAP. I need a subwoofer. I need a dinosaur. I need it now because this little kit is not doing me anything. Like, woohoo! My Google stuff that does this works just fine right now. They're also coming out with an aqua color. I didn't put that one in the story. It's blue. It's aqua. Cool. I don't give a ham sandwich. You need to update these minis so I can plug a line in. You need to come up with a subwoofer. I need stuff. I don't need a microwave per se, but Amazon literally was like, oh, y'all came and ate a chunk of the market? Shut that shit down. And then they just went and built everything that you would need to automate your home. Google, don't make me change up, Google. I love you right now, but don't make me switch up. I'll be so upset if y'all don't get your act together. This little kit is bull-it. I don't like it.
The problem with this, of course, is that these are just the things that have leaked. But what it's saying is that Google has finished these products and they're complete. They're ready to ship. They may still have things in the pipeline they haven't announced yet. But this is the problem with shipping stuff before you've even announced it. Like this is just a blatant error. Oh, and by the way, again, I'm with you. I'm not impressed by what I've seen so far. So you need to hurry up and have this announcement or stop shipping things before your announcement. Like, come on, Google. And Best Buy, can you not keep things separate? Like, don't you, isn't there? Well, okay, first of all, Google, change your packaging. Okay, you shouldn't have the same packaging on everything. Yeah. You know, you shouldn't have a second gen and a third gen with exactly the same package. There should be some sort of marker on there. But Best Buy, look at me right now, Best Buy. Put that stuff in a case somewhere with a big sticker on it. They can do it at the store. Don't release until such day. You leave it on the side. Fix your inventory.
Normally they do. Some managers probably getting fired over this. You know what I mean? Something dumb like this, or at least getting demoted or something like that. Something's going to happen to this manager because there is a procedure that they do for things like this. And I do understand that they do get things early so that they're ready for the wave and that if there's no delay in shipping or stuff gets shipped late. But it's still, again, my whole thing is this does not impress me. They when the announcement comes now, because at first I was like, oh, announcement, I'm going to hear some stuff. I was excited. This it's like I'm not excited, so they better have some other stuff going on coming out because I don't want to have to switch. I don't want to have to go to Amazon, but like I said, Amazon out here killing the streets, killing the game. So we'll see what happens.
Now, speaking of events, Microsoft's October 2nd Surface event came with few surprises, I should say. The Surface Pro 6 has Intel's 8th gen processors and comes in black and white, starting at $899 on October 16th. The Surface Laptop 2 is 85% more powerful than its predecessor and is available at $1,000 on October 16th. The Surface Studio 2 upgrades to NVIDIA's GTX 1070 graphics, deeper blacks, and a USB-C port for $3,500 in November. And Microsoft also introduced the Surface headphones, Surface All Access, and the release of Windows 10's October 2018 update. All this had been previously leaked.
And I feel like they're not doing much different. Now they got the headphones and they said they're going to have Cortana in them.
But they're ugly.
Yeah. Okay, first and foremost, they're ugly. First and foremost. Second of all, Cortana doesn't work that well for me now. Like, what do I need her in my ear for? She doesn't work for me on my computer. So... yeah, it's the update. So if you're in the Surface Life, you're going to be happy. The only thing I like about their laptops is that feel, that carpet feel. And all I think about is how I would stain them and forever they would be dirty and grimy and I'd be angry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so detached. I'm still such a builder myself that I like to put the pieces together and do it myself, that I'm just not interested in these solutions. However, I mean, the all access seems fair. I mean, you get a Surface computer and it's $25 a month and you get, of course, updates and Office and everything else. That's not bad. I mean, I can see that if you need a computer, $25 a month is a lot easier to cough up than $1,000.
Yeah.
And then being able to upgrade it every couple of years or whatever else, like a cell phone. I mean, I can see that being a good thing. That's an interesting prospect. Other than that, I wasn't happy or enthusiastic about any of this. Didn't seem like they were really pushing the envelope anywhere further into comfort. And I guess if it's working for them, it's working for them. But I've not seen any of these out in the wild, so I don't know how many of these are really pervasive in the market.
The Surface is so sexy, though.
Is it?
Like you pull the monitor down, that wheel is just. It really is nice. Like it's the first all-in-one that's like, okay. But again, it's like $3,000, so
right.
It better be okay. You know what I mean?
It better be better than really, okay. I mean, you're talking at that point, you're really talking Apple money. So
yeah, but I mean, again, just the fact that, like, you know, editing photography and things like that, like that Surface, that monitor. And the fact that you can lay it down flat on an angle like a easel, like for art and stuff like that, dude, it really is impressive, and they've done a great job with it. So just updating the power to it is going to be good for the people that get it. Again, I'm a builder too, but whenever I see it, I'm just like, man, I want that thing. I want the thing sitting right here in my lap, and I want to be able to do stuff with it. Maybe I'll go buy the old one now because it'll be a little cheaper. Maybe I'll go hit up Leo and tell him to send it to me because he's got to get the new one.
There you go. The secondhand market is the news of the Microsoft event.
Yep.
On August 10th, the FBI served a Columbus, Ohio resident with a search warrant for his phone. The search warrant compelled the man to place his face in front of the phone in order to unlock it. This is an iPhone 10. This marks the first case where Face ID has been defeated by a search warrant. This is very interesting to me because you can't be compelled to give up a password, but you can be compelled to give up your fingerprint, and now you can be compelled to give up your face print. And this has not been yet challenged in court.
I told you so. And not you per se, but
no, we discussed it. Oh yeah.
Yes. I've ranted about this. I raved about this. This is the reason why I still have a 7. And yes, I have my fingerprint on it, but all you got to do is reboot it and my fingerprint doesn't work.
Well, the same thing with the face though.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. The difference is if your fingerprint,
I guess the person didn't think to reboot their phone before they were getting arrested by the FBI. Maybe their phone was in the toilet or something.
Now, I didn't mention the name or the charges because I don't think either one of us wanted to be associated with anything about either one of those. But
no.
But with your fingerprint, you can still use that once the person is deceased. Whereas your face, apparently, there's some live sensing technology where the FBI has tried or police departments have tried and been unsuccessful at using it on people that have been deceased. So That might be a small consolation, but either way, one, if you got private stuff on your phone, know how to shut it off so that they can't get into it without the passcode. And also, your passcode better be more than just 4 numbers, because that takes them all about 30 seconds to crack into. And there's a lot of security. It's really great to have security built in on the phone, but only if you're going to use it properly. If you're going to keep private stuff on your phone, learn how to use the security stuff properly. Now, in this particular case with this particular individual, I'm more than happy that he succumbed to anything that happened because of what he's been charged with doing. But as a general rule, security is only as good as the idiot using it. So learn how to use your security, and be prepared to do so if you need to hide stuff. Come on.
That's always my thing. If you're a criminal, you should be doing things in the criminal lifestyle. So, again, like, not that I feel bad for the person, it's just that this sets precedent to things, and hopefully it wakes regular people up, because sometimes you could be falsely accused or charged of something and then have to deal with it, and then somebody get your phone. So, hey, if you're worried about anything, lock your stuff up. That's all I can say to you.
Yeah. Finally, Amazon announced this week that they will be raising the minimum wage of their employees to $15 an hour, with those already earning at least that much getting a pay bump as well. This comes as response to the mounting legislative pressure in the form of the Bezos Act, which would ensure workers are paid a living wage by taxing corporations for every dollar that their low-wage workers receive in government health care benefits or food stamps. Amazon will reportedly offset the cost of the higher wages by reducing or eliminating several incentive programs, including attendance and productivity awards and annual stock awards. This is one of those things where the change is coming. The change is going slowly, but I don't. You have the known, you have the known unknown, and I think this falls into the unknown. I don't know that we know exactly how this is going to turn out for the economy, for the people. Although I will say that the ones that are complaining they're not getting their stock options, shut up and color.
So if you're not getting your stock options, you're getting more money, buy your own stock.
Right. Like, you're getting a guarantee as opposed to a possibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at this point, not for nothing, they hire so many people, your stock option isn't that great. It's not like Microsoft, where people that got stock options early on retired bajillionaires. Like, now if you get stock options from Microsoft, cookies for you.
Yeah.
What do you know what I mean? Like, well, if you're lucky, you'll get like a $25,000 something at some point, way down the line.
And they're changing it with because what was happening before is when you got hired on, you got a stock, one each stock, which is worth about $1,900 right now.
Yeah.
And then every year you got another one. So it was kind of like a $2,000 bonus if you cashed out immediately. Now the reverse of that is now they're going to make it to where it's kind of like the Walmart deal, where you can, each paycheck you put a little bit in and you buy portions of a stock at whatever set amount that you want to go into it on, and then eventually you have a stock portfolio of some worth. That seems to be the standard anyway. Like, I just you can't complain. Well, they're giving you productivity awards so everybody busts their butt and works unsafely and everything else, so they're going to take that away and give you more money as a guarantee for your hours. Like, it seems like the right hand's not good enough and the left hand's not good enough. So who's losing here? I don't get it.
So people are always going to complain, and This is basically for the people in lower income areas. Like, I think Amazon around my way, they're paying $13 an hour,
right,
to start. So $15 an hour is a $2 raise. But certain places they were only paying the minimum wage, $8, $9, whatever it was. So it does help people, does benefit people. The stocks, I don't want to hear about it. Don't cry about it. Go and do yourself something else. I don't care about that. The bonuses, again, that's a catch-22 of, okay, well, now you're not breaking your neck to get this stuff done, but you're still getting your hourly wage, and you still have to get stuff done. So there's no decentivization for not getting it done, I guess, because you're still getting your wage. So you don't have to like kill yourself now. But what do you expect them to do? They have shareholders, they have stocks. they have to offset this money some way, somehow to the market to make them feel like, okay, well, we're doing this and we're doing the right thing, but we can't give you everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, technically it's better than nothing, so I'm not really upset about it, but it is part of the system in the game, and hopefully it puts pressure on the Walmarts of the world to pay people better. Because, again, Costco, BJ, Simcoe, they pay people better money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they have wholesale prices. There's no reason not to do it when you're a mega brand. You know what I'm saying? So they need to get on it.
Can we spend a second on the name of this act? It's called the Stop Bezos Act. Of course, Jeff Bezos being the CEO and primary owner of Amazon. It's the Stop Bad Employers by Zeroing Out Subsidies. I think this is just a beautiful name. It's a backronym, which means they went through and they had the thing and they had to fill in the spaces. It's not a direct acronym. It's not like they came up with the name of like, oh, it just happens to fit. But it's brilliant and it's very descriptive. It's one of the few things that you can read and go, oh, that actually sounds like what it means to do. And I'm all for it. If they want to start taxing large companies for the money that their employees are using out of the public pool, like that sounds like a better way to recoup some of the losses of the federal government and subsidize welfare and things like that than other measures.
110,000%. Yeah. I'm fully on board with that. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. It was better than Obamacare instead of the Affordable Health Care Act. So I appreciated that. I snarked a little bit and it was great. One thing I guess I didn't put in the rundown just to mention, another thing that I've been saying for years, when people called me Dvorak and told me to put foil on my head, the little chips that they were putting in Apple and Microsoft, Amazon devices, stealing information. Did you hear about this?
Yes. And so the reason that I didn't want to bring it up too much was because it seems to be there's a lot of FUD going on around it, and there's a lot of misleading. There's a lot of there's just it's a big gray area essentially.
Okay. So and that's why I'm just mentioning it briefly because again, the accuracy of things are the accuracy of things. But again, I just talked to you about the stock market and how prices, how things work. So if you're a company that got hacked in this way, you don't want to tell everybody.
Right.
And if you're China, you want to deny that it ever happened.
Right.
So we don't know, but I'm telling you, this is what I believe to everybody listening to me. This light, this computer, this mic, this TV, all that stuff's on a kill switch. And we are in trillions of dollars of debt. Your personal national debt, not mine, because I'm not American, I'm not a citizen. But your national debt, personally, each individual in your home is like $163,000 right now. More than most Americans make in a year. Your national part of the debt is $163,000. And most of that money we owe is China. And I don't know how long, if you've never paid an electric bill, they might let it get up to like $2,000. You ain't paid for 7-8 months. But one day, they're going to cut off that light, boy. And you're going to be like, oh, I can't pay. This is too much. Why'd you let it go this long? And they say, hey, you hung yourself, brother. So just know that one day, if everything you own turns off, I wouldn't make stuff without a kill switch in it. If I'm China, man, everything I got would be on a button. Bloop, no more phones. Bloop, no more TV. Man, I get my money back ASAP. The feds be out here printing it like it was going out of style because that's just my personal opinion. I'm sticking to it.
Is that Morse code? I just want to bring up to the fact that this was originally discovered in 2015.
Yeah.
And they kept it under wraps for 3 years while they continued to investigate and talk to the companies and stuff like that. And it finally just blew up. Shit doesn't simmer for 3 years before it blows up for something that's just fake news. Like
I said, I'm winking right now. Audio listeners, you cannot hear me. I'm blinking, telling you to scan all your devices because I don't know how it's not possible, especially with a country like China. Like if you're getting your stuff from Denmark, they don't give a hoot nanny. No. They're out here making whatever they're making. But China and Taiwan and like all them places, man, look, I know for a fact there's a kill switch in my phone. Like I'm not having it. Shoot, the president now has access to your phone. We didn't talk about that. I forgot about that. The national alert. So now they got access to my microphone, my GPS, my location, everything. They out here just bypassing all to send me messages. I personally did not get one. Did you get a message?
I did.
Okay.
I did because apparently it's a well, we can discuss that later, but there might be some demographics involved.
Yeah, you're on the list. That's all I know. I'm off the list. I told you I'm not American citizen. I am incognito when it comes to all that stuff.
I've already planned my route to Canada. I'm just saying.
All right. Cool.
Hey, that's all the big news for this week for us. Owen, where can people find you, man?
IQMZ.com, at Odoctor on anything that you like. I'll probably be there. And if I'm not there, I don't find it adequate enough to be there. So.
Wow. Well, you can find me on Twitter at Ethan Kane, and of course IQMZ everywhere on the internet. Just look it up, any systems, whatever that you want to find, and you'll find something that we're doing somewhere. So, and that's it. Y'all have a good week.